Alrighty, so I'm finally back over here from the little thing. Oh, it was basically just like a little break over here with this the storm that happened over here. Things are returned to normal as it were. There should be a community post about that as well over here, in case you don't see the vid over there. But I mean, why wouldn't you? This is a teaser vid for South Africa, part 2 of the South Africa teaser vid over here. So yeah, finally back over in here. So we got actually like 2 teasers. I'm gonna cover the next one should go out tomorrow though, and since it shows Wednesday, at least should be Wednesday over here, unless I'm fucking up, fucking thing over here is messed up. Yeah, sometimes the clocks, 12 o'clock on my computer's all weird over here. It displays the wrong time and date over here. I don't know why. Don't know why. Anyways, over here we got about that over here. Before we get into the over here, I do apologize for the lack of vids over here. As I said before, it's basically just a little break over here with how Snow kind of messed things up here with the stuff and all that. But things weren't really too bad over here. We got some leakage and all that stuff over here. Some high winds. And I think something broke over here. I can't remember. I heard like a loud creaking sound over here where I'm at. Oh, here, I think I heard something over here. And I think something broke over here, but I cannot remember what the fuck it was over here. I don't really bother with that shit over here. If the house ain't fucking bombed the hell in back over here, it's fine. Anyways, I do apologize once again for lack of it over here, but things should be returning to normal. I hope. Hopefully nothing comes over here, but yeah. We're going to be going over here to part 2 of the Africa teasers over here. And as you see over here, we got the whole Africa stuff over here. We got the Union of South Africa, which will be getting content during the demo. We also got stuff like the Bantu Confederation over here, the Pan-African Freedom Movement over here, which, if I remember correctly, will come after, because there's going to be like a big old South Africa war over here between the three over here, and depending on who comes out on top over here, the nation, this little red line over here indicates the Pan-African Freedom Movement uprising over here, and depending on who wins that war over here, they can either negotiate with them to get them to peacefully stop the uprising, or they'll just up revolt over here because of, depending on certain things over here. But yeah, we got some Africa stuff over into here, so it should be about the interesting thing over here. I don't know if I'll do a South Africa playthrough, maybe. Yeah, but I'm also interested in the Bantu Confederation, the South Africanese Republic over here, and the Pan-African Freedom War over there. That's the main one I care about. That's South Africa, the democracy stuff over here, and I usually tend to not really bother with those unless there's one particularly interesting dude over here that I find over there. But who knows? Maybe I'll do it more time and then do a playthrough about that. We shall see. Anyways, we got 2 stuff. Henry Lawrence over here. Alright, from over here, nothing over here. We do got Old Wound over here. Sooner or later, remind you of yourself. Well, that means no kicks or anything. Ow. My arm, sorry about that. Anyways, over here with Henry Lawrence over there. Some nice spirits over here. No description of all of them, but some interesting little things, little national spirits over here that can show us over here. Some stuff over here. You got the dude over there, and I got the little thing we got going on over here. Don't know exactly, but can we get a little guesstimates? If you can guess us over here, like I'm assuming that's this United South Africa over here, and this is like the personalized spirits. Like we got the dude over here with the leaf over there. We got the whole Bantu stuff over there, and then we got the the whole Boer thing. Them Boer wars. Anyways, enough about that. Henry Lawrence. South Africa has always been a rugged land of friend and foe. For the Boers, it was Britain. For the Anglos, it was the natives. And now for Henry Lawrence, it was the Union. The entirety of the world was once South Africa. Born in 1901, Henry Lawrence lived an remarkable early life, with his first steps into politics being the election into the Volksland in 1921, rising in political power when he became the member of the United Party of Jan Smuts. Lawrence would find his keen liberal in the European lead in the simple political career. Frequently in the cabinet of the beloved Jan Smuts, Lawrence's political dawn would approach when Britain lost the Second Great War, or the Red Flood, and South Africa was cut off. Then the Union would collapse under Prime Minister Jan Hendrik Khmer when the Boers in the north waged their war. The Germans in Southwest Africa succeeded in the native Bantu states, fading in the Cape Town grip, all in merely 2 years, from 1947 to 1948 over here. No. Should be, well, 2 years is like, should be a bit longer than that though, if it's 2 over there. But like 1 unless it was really, it just felt like 2 years over there, who knows? See, yeah, Southwest Africa's over here, independence over here, and they're like the official last remnants of Germany, or like Prussia over there. I mean, you got New Alabama, but they're like the crazy esotericists. Like they're a bunch of fucking weirdos over there. So South Africa's more like the sane Germany, in a sense. Anyways, by this point, Lawrence had broken off from the European and formed the Progressive Wing in 1947 led Colin Eaglin. The PP would win handily after he may resign. Snap elections were called. The unit without shadow of war once was the troubled child of the Commonwealth now its own. Towing the line of liberalism, the unit will recover from the late 40s, having just been re-elected. Lawrence would personally go out to a bull rally at the front line and attempt to calm them. All ever to face injury at a lone gunman. This would be the moment the unit began to face a sick of opposition. When they continued to be a great threat to stability. Once it was already for the Land War, and come war, and strive the Geo-Democratic so that I cannot be trampled upon so long as Lawrence, based on veins over there. But it is entirely possible that they will succumb. Have a good democracy over there. Especially if fucking South Africa collapses over there, which is the thing that happened over here. South Africa can collapse over, in which case this is even more broken up as it were over there, and there's big old fucking rebellion stuff going on over here. All sorts of interesting little things that can happen over there. So yeah, it's definitely going to be interesting to see this stuff coming about within South Africa. Well, at least turn the rest of the nation over there. Still crack South Africa's. I'll have to wait and see what they bring over here before I get really into them. Some of the more interesting stuff with these guys. Anyways, the Pan-African dude, Robert Sobekwe, born in Race Rene in the Eastern Cape Province on the 5th of December 1924. The youngest child in the family, Robert Sobekwe, has never been invested in the radical action. Being the son of a relatively royal family, he has been more interested in the arts and the question of God rather than race. Being the top student at the Hill Town Institute, surviving part-time jobs at the Red Flood started. How this event was separated life in two as the already racially tense South Africa started to collapse on itself. It was the year 1947, he attended a small political lecture at Fort Hare. Apologize for butchering these names. That released started on moving to something coherent. For the place was the chief, and practicality was the only sort of black education in the whole colony. It seemed the collapse of Britain establishment of futurist and socialist orders around the globe made them interested in abolishing apartheid progressive thinking. Yeah, the futurists are rather progressive over there. Even like the most reactionary futurists tend to be rather progressive. They're very traditional in a lot of things. Well, all sorts of progressivism and all sorts of shapes and strides and where it could be. Once studying the translated Japanese wrote to you on the unity of Asians, he had come to the conclusion Africa needs to take the future in its own hand. Not just Bantu, Sahelian, or anything else made up for tribalistic issues, but the entire continent, from one end to another, must stand united, bound together by color, tradition, and social dynamic. For those were the old British, French, and Germans, if not the very different nation to capitalism, with the new ones just wearing a mask of thinly veiled reaction. Being in hiding for most of his career, the Boer and monarchist group to get Wicker here to more his own force. In the southmost interior of Black Continent is ready to march north for the unity of the whole black race over there. So what that means, you get like a whole true like whole Pan-African stuff there you can do. Kind of what Kaiser Redux did over there, the whole Pan-African pass up over there. That would be very interesting to see like a whole, not world conquest, but like continent conquest over there. I wonder if that's even possible though. That would be interesting to see. Definitely would be interesting to play through over there. Definitely I'm looking forward to do a playthrough of that one. Let's see, the whole Pan, let's see. Like the whole Pan whatever. Always intrigues me just to see how that will play out. And try to actually see if you can unify the whole entire continent or that would be interesting. Anyway, Sobukwe II. Igwenyama Sobukwe, part of the butcher's name again. A man whom the world probably never heard of, and yet the great representative of his people. For not everyone inherits the throne as fourth month of life. Yeah, definitely. I'm gonna make the feudalism, dude. In 1899, he was well educated in many local schools and art service people. Before graduating from the Lovedale Institute, entering adulthood and received a rifle thrown on Swaziland. A relatively well-off crown colony that was governed by relatively the oversight for London, allowing Saphuza to implement much of his talent to good use. He put in an alliance with George V of England to limit the Boer and English encroachment on the people's property. Or so the absolute respect of his people, and a man who's now free to stand up and stare at the face of the adversity. Pretty cool. For especially poor when South Africa started to collapse, with thousands of Boers sailing up into this land, he was sort of raise up about the fellow Africans, united people of Swaziland, Lesotho, and Zulu to one united front against the white oppressors. The multiple guerrilla campaigns against both the remnants of the government and the rival tribes and the white nationalists, before eventually managing to capture Eastern Cape, much prior to the position so far. Yet the young king, got himself into a Game of Thrones. He found out that it's far more difficult to leave it than he really thought. For as he sits in his crown, he has managed his land like a professional Machiavellian. For he is not the only one with the royal title. Every one of his equals look to keep with greedy eyes, and the boy woken up from slumber remains to see whether the war for Bantu independence will lead somewhere. What that means, I think, be other like potential kings from the other tribes over here, like the Zulu, the Soto, and all that stuff over there. That would be interesting to see different kings over there. Interesting how they would go about policy, rather. Very interested. All sorts of policy stuff over here. All sorts of interesting stuff over there. Over here. It definitely would be interesting to see how that will play over there with the whole monarchist bent we got going on here. Very curious. Very curious about that. And there's over there. And I think he's like one of. I think it may be the one that I can negotiate with over there. I think some others can negotiate to prevent the other Pan-African freedom movement from uprising. I'm pretty sure you can do it. Once we get over here, you will not be doing it over here. Know about that fucking apartheid crap. So I am very curious to see who can and can't. Especially to see how the various nations will play out over here whenever the Unified South Africa, especially when the Union South Africa breaks apart over there. That's what I'm interested in, to see who can come out over there. Very interested. Anyways, last but not least over here, the Southern African Republic over there. Going from all the way around over into here. With Daniel Francois Milan. Sometimes fame presents themselves mundane. Herself mundane, near and easy predictable, which was the case for most of Daniel Francois Milan's life. Born in the Cape Colony, few could predict that he would succeed in anything. After all, where could one use a doctorate in divinity that he obtained from Utrecht University back in 1905? He couldn't part a South African government in the 1920s. But there he saw rose to the party ranks and showing himself of a calm, religious, and moderate candidate that everyone could trust. It was in 1942 when the National Party had its first victory and Milan showed his true self. Being part of the Ministry of Interior, he went extremely to that can move the Dutch and the English in favor of Afrikaans. However, his efforts were in vain, and after the National Party merged with the South African Party of John Smuts, he was quick to defect and form his own political that they called the Purified National Party. At the Red Flag came, it was clear that England would not survive, and South Africa was one of the first dominions to leave the carrying arms of the metropolitan. How the young country did not have a future. Did not have a future. Had a future. Fucking dyslexia. Anyways, breaking apart the way of its own contradictions. That's when Milan stepped in. Carter was on stage for the ball. He won. While it seemed like the folks finally out of promised land, he was not really in control of the situation. While he was a right winger, he did not express any radical beliefs. But as well, parts of the guy himself surrounded with all sorts of radicals that want something more than their own state. Those who want to see the bridge burn and those who want to see the Cape fully right. Insofar, he has held on to position thanks to intense maneuvering, but for how long can he maintain the balance between himself and his own creation? So yeah, he's the most moderate of the boys over into there. Because we got the most, definitely got some reactionary stuff over there and some fervently anti-Anglo sentiments going on over there. Very interesting to see based on the leader's description of that, you can guess potential paths that they can go down to when they don't really have content just yet. There will be plenty of scouting content over here, but you won't be expecting this shit for a long ass time over there. Because I would be curious to see how these nations prepare over here. But we'll just get into demo, and that's fine by me. But I'm just really curious about what nations could go down into all that stuff. So yeah, There was moderate over here. Doesn't mean he's necessarily good over here, but he's the best of the worst, really. Like the best would be, of course, though, obviously the Democrat, but in terms of like, you know, best for Africans over there. You got the Pan-African stuff over there. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this little teaser we got going on over into here for the boat, for on the board, but Africans and Democrats of all sorts of stripes. So yeah, very much intrigued about South Africa. As I said before, I might do a playthrough. I really need to play through it on my own just to see if I'm really liking it or not, though. No, depends on. Like, I am thinking of doing. Like, I am gonna definitely do some playthroughs of other demo stuff. I already got some. I am thinking of doing like the fucking Unruz thing over here. From what I've seen on the part over here, which is gonna be covered next over here. But I am very much thinking about some of the nation over here, like the Pan-African stuff over there. That's what I'm most interested in over here, the Pan-African stuff over there. The reactionary, any potential reactionary stuff going here, and any sort of cool monarchist dudes. That's what I'm most interested in. But yeah, we have the vid over into here. Very excited for the demo stuff over in this, all that stuff. And very much I'm intrigued on what's going to be coming. Also, if things going to be coming. Over into here, seeing the two paths over there. I wonder if that means we're going to actually see anything from over into here. For the rest of these nations. But yeah, it's my thoughts on all this stuff again. I very much am intrigued about what can go on over here. But we got the big boy coming in over here. That being the little progress report that came out over here not too long ago. When I checked the times over there. But yeah, very much am curious about all the stuff over there. We got all sorts of interesting things that are going to be coming up over into here. All sorts of hold on for a second. All sorts of interesting things we got going on here. Check this shit real quick. Oh yeah. Here we go over here. Look at all sorts of stuff. But yeah, it's about it over here finally. Yeah, I just had to double say something real quick over there. Yeah. We get to see you in the next part of whatever I'm gonna be doing over here. It's probably gonna be a progress report over here, and I shall do the thing. My throat over there. Should be doing that. Should be coming out tomorrow though, if everything's gonna turn out well. So yeah. See you guys till then. Bye.